For you bone token holders, I got a video that you can't afford to miss. We got major utility for the bone token. The major players are in the house and we got Caldaria and SHYTOSHI. So I'm gonna let the big boys take over and trust me guys, you do not want to miss this. Shib Army, the floor is yours.
First, just wanted like while I'm kind of giving some background here on the project, got a bunch of messages to get some people up. So I know we have the official Shib account here to get up into a speaker slot. Same with Mario Nafal. He's going to come up and co-host, and I believe Cal is here as well. And then Shy is joining shortly. So I'll give you some time to kind of work on that stuff while I give a little bit of a introduction to K9 and just an introduction to the celebration. So K9 Finance is a liquid staking token built directly for the Shib Army, and it operates on the Shib chain, which is Shibarium. And just so excited to have had such a smooth launch and an exciting launch too, and have some great partners here today, such as 8 Terminal, where we just did our IDO, which was incredibly oversubscribed. Our launch, when it happened on Thursday, just some crazy metrics that came out of that. So in the original Ryoshi paper, there was talk from Ryoshi about having the Shibarium financial ecosystem. So this is just so exciting to be able to bring this to fruition through K9 Finance and really have that infrastructure layer that's going to bring DeFi to the meme economy. This is one of the most successful IDOs that we've seen on 8 Terminal. I mean, we had 4,500 DAO members join us, and over the last couple days in the form of K9 holders. Um, it's amazing. The project hit a $200 million market cap at one point. We've announced SHYTOSHI and Cal as official advisors to the project, and SHYTOSHI will be speaking today for the second time in the history of SHIB, which is amazing. And we've had incredible organic activity from the K9 unit and our entire community, where we were trending #1 on Dex tools, trending on CoinMarketCap and CoinGecko. So the first thing I want to do in sort of priming this space, other than getting up our other great speakers like the Shib account and Shy, Cal, and also Mario, is just give a congratulations to our community and really just give them a pat on the back for everything that's been accomplished. And look a little bit in the rearview mirror when Shib launched and the Ryoshi paper launched way back, I believe 2021, and there was talk of this Shib financial ecosystem. Well, now with the roadmap of K9, like this is coming and it's coming soon, and liquid staking derivatives are going to be part of the Shib ecosystem in the meme economy.
Caught me on the back end. Sorry, I'm trying to fix those invites that you were talking about. Yep, I agree with everything that you said. I have sent additional invites out. I need people to request. I can't scroll 700 plus listeners. So if somebody's in here that's supposed to be in a speaker spot, I need you to request. Don't be shy. Hit the button. You're not above that. It would be very helpful because I don't have any pending requests, and I've got 3 that I've sent out. So let me see if there's not an issue with spots, by the way. I've only got 8 people up here in the spots. I've got at least 4 more to go and a co-host available. So we'll see who we can get up in here in the meantime.
Yeah, maybe if you want to make somebody else up here a co-host, someone else can help with getting these accounts up here. I'm getting a couple messages in the back end. I'm sure that just because it's such a big space right now, that X is causing some issues as it tends to do. But let's get some help in hands to help Shane here and get everyone up that is excited for today.
Yep. One thing, if you are trying to request and it's not giving you any feedback, is you might have to close out of X entirely and restart the app. Sometimes requesting just as on a normal spaces can be unusual, but on a more congested spaces, it does take restart.
Yeah, I can. Yeah, man, it worked for me, man. It worked for me, and I was glitching. If you wanna, hey, what's up, man? If you wanna co-host me, because I do a lot of spaces, I can bring them up as well, help you out as you moderate.
I got you, Mario. Co-host invite sent, man. Thank you for joining.
Not at all, man. I'll get the panel ready for you guys.
Sweet. So he'll get into the co-host spot, and then we'll wait on the Shib account too, because they've got a request pending. to be up here. And then I've got a few more people that I have written on my list that are welcome to join up. But I appreciate Mario swinging through today. You guys probably recognize Mario from X Spaces. I know I'm not the only one that does X Spaces all the time, whether it's in this account or other accounts. I appreciate Mario coming through. Mario is, like he said, someone who co-hosts all the time. Is like the understatement of the year, man. I know you track through a couple of different apps your hours, but when he says I've done some X Spaces, it's significantly, like, I think he might have the record for longest open continuous spaces still for some of the news coverage he's done. So yeah, man, very humble and understated. Made me laugh.
Appreciate it, man. I know how tough it is to get the panel up, so I'm gonna send out the request for the Shib account and the other speakers as well that are trying to come up. As K9, not sure who's behind the account, does an incredible job at moderating, and glad to be. I know a lot of people are surprised that I'm speaking on a platform like this, and I'm keen to talk about why I decided to back K9 Finance in my incubator. But we could do that later as I help out with the panel. And good to see everyone.
Appreciate that. And we're going to jump into that as well. And I want to go through this entire list of people that I've got. And I know Buzz kind of started, but I would ask Buzz, and this is a great way to give him like 5 to 10 minutes to talk here. Just walk me through what your take was like on TGE, because I mean, you said something that day that has stuck with me. And I don't know if everybody in here reads and sees everything, but is it true that you did a bit of a run that day? Is that true, to relieve some stress?
Not that day. I did do a marathon like the day before, I think it was, but I am like an avid runner, and I think that like fitness combined with a lot of work activity can really keep a clear mind, and make sure that things are going smoothly. And that day of launch day was honestly very emotional for our team, and just like the amount of congratulations that we've gotten is just incredible. So I've mentioned this before, like our team is built on so many other blockchains in the past, and Ethereum, Solana, any EVM chain, you name it. But as product builders, you rarely get a thank you for when things go smooth. But when things go wrong, people are very eager to call that out, right? And what our team has loved about building with the Shib Army and building this community is that everyone is so respectful and kind. There's always thank yous going around and congratulations going around. So it was a really emotional day for our team, and just one to celebrate as well. I mean, this is just the start. There is a very, very comprehensive roadmap that we're going to be going through. What we're building here is really the Lido finance for the Shib ecosystem. And Lido, when it launched on Ethereum, you can look at charts to see what that did to DeFi activity, transactions, TVL on the chain. It was incredible. And this a liquid staking derivative.
Just for me, or did I lose Buzz in the blockchain?
No, he's glitching out. Yeah,
Lost him in the blockchain. Typical Buzz. He's part droid. It's what you get when you leave the guys that do the back end stuff and plug them into X. Sometimes they get sucked right up inside there. Buzz, he's gone. No worries. Buzz, if you need to, this happened last time. Kind of hear you. I don't know if you can hear me. You might need to jump back to reset that. Typical X. Any luck with Shib, Mario? I've sent some messages too.
No, so yeah, for the Shib account, I've DM'd you. So check your DMs from me or from the K9 account and click on. So leave the space. You're still here. So what you should do, Shib, leave the space, go to your DMs. Me and the moderator K9 sent you an invite. So click on that invite, and you'll be able to join. So leave the space, click on the invite. You'll be able to join as a speaker, and that should work for you. I know spaces glitches, even though I know I'm a fanboy for Elon. Facts. So you got to leave the space, click on the invite from your DMs from me or the K9 account. Not sure if Buzz is back, by the way, man.
It's crazy that it's taken this long for those little things. Like, I hate to be critical because I know how cool X Spaces is, but the little things still get to me like that as much as I do this.
It's weird. There's a lot of yeah. I was helping one of the spaces I was doing with Elon and David Sachs when what was his name? Blanked out. The guy that was going against Trump, the one that was winning, he dropped out now. Blank out with names. So he was doing a big space. No, not RFK. The other guy. I've had RFK on my space a couple of times, but it was the front runner. No, the Florida guy.
Oh, Ron DeSantis.
Ron DeSantis, exactly. I've told you, I blank out with the most obvious names. Ron DeSantis had a space. I was helping David Sachs with it. We did it as well. It was glitching like crazy, and the media caught onto it. So there are a lot of glitches. But I think Buzz is back, if I'm not mistaken. I think his connection's back. Buzz, you got to unmute, bottom left corner, man.
Is that
If it's
true,
working
Buzz?
for you.
If you have returned, Buzz, microphone check.
I think I have returned. Can
Hey,
you hear me?
yeah, man, I got you now. 5x5.
But I didn't hear what is true. I just hailed in for maybe the last 5 seconds.
No, you're good. We're just hanging out, talking about how the X Spaces experience. Just two hosts talking about losing a guest, basically. It's definitely something. So, not to pick up right where you left off, because I know your trail of thought might be different on that, but it's yours again.
Yeah, I'm not sure exactly when people lost me. I mean, that's the nature of X Spaces, but just basically wanted to give a congratulations to the community, and talk about our roadmap and how a liquid staking derivative can really take a proof of stake chain to the next level. So right now there's over $25 million of bone that's locked and illiquid in delegators across the Shibarium network. And with a liquid staking platform, which is now the expectation of how a lot of very sophisticated investors want to be securing a chain, there's going to be significant liquidity unlocks and liquidity added to Shibarium when this goes live. And just to speak to our roadmap, like Q2 is really when we're launching this on testnet. There's going to be a comprehensive bug bounty program and third-party auditing system going on. And from the messages that I've gotten, it seems the community is just incredibly excited and eager to use the K9 product when it launches in Q3. And as a product builder, that couldn't make us any more happy. When we chose to be building on Shibarium, there was the key consideration of the Shib Army. And when you're building on other chains, one of the hardest things to do is to get distribution of information and users to use your product. And when we met the Shib team last August at the ETH Toronto conference, in which they were the main sponsor, that was part of our initial discussions. It was, well, if we can build here, how do we get people to use it? Because this could be huge. And we immediately identified that the user base here in the Shib Army is just so hungry for a product like this. And I'm just very humbled and excited to be building this alongside all of our other DAO members.
And the enthusiasm is reflected. I think that one thing Neo would like to highlight is the holders, because we watched those numbers on the first day do some pretty incredible stuff. Neo, can you say a few things about what that was like? Because I know you track that very closely.
Yeah, absolutely. So, within the first 24 hours, I think we reached just around 3,000 holders. So it was definitely a historical launch. I know we were on the last MA and we had talked about it, but it was just amazing. And I was hanging out on the Telegram live with you guys, and what a blast it was to see, gas fees going crazy, looking at Ethereum rise as the launch happened. But from a holder standpoint, now being at 4,500 holders, this thing is definitely in the history books and growing as we see. I could see it being around 5,000 today. It was definitely something for the masses. So great job to everybody here, and we are going to keep growing.
Go for it, Mario.
Yeah, just a quick thing for the SHIB account. I've just DM'd you. If you can leave the space and reply to my DM, so I fixed the glitch so you can come up on space. That's for the SHIB token account. I've just sent you a DM. Just reply to that and I'll fix it. But you have to leave the space for this to work. I just sent you a DM. Sorry, go ahead, K9.
No, you're doing fine. They'll figure it out, whether it's desktop or mobile too. I don't know if you guys are in a position where you'd have to entirely leaving the app and turning the app on and off, like sliding it off the mobile or whatever is sometimes different, and resetting that cache might change things. So here live. See, it's the thing is we hosts end up doing X's support job when we get up here. We deserve that support badge, frankly, because we end up trying to diagnose these things with people. It's rough. Holder account, Neo, you just said in the 24 hours it was 3,000, but wasn't it in the first hour, in the first like 4 hours too, that it was statistically interesting too, not just the 24-hour number, but those very early numbers?
Yeah, it was flying. I don't have the exact numbers, but it's like something I've never seen before, and especially, like I said, definitely one of the biggest launches of 2024. Some specs too. It did around 10 million in volume within that first 24 hours as well, which is unheard of. And already today, from some numbers that I'm looking at, you know, in terms of social engagement, the K9 unit is already at like 1 million plus social engagements across social media. So, man, this thing is blowing up, and we are in the right direction here.
Big news after big news after big news. Now, Buzz could touch on this, and we've got some of the people in here up on the speaker panel that we could go to and ask them about their experience. But one thing is, the news was recent that there were some advisors that were named to certain positions. Buzz, can you touch on some of the advisors that have recently been put in place?
Yeah, that was a major announcement that we made on Thursday. So SHYTOSHI Kusama and Cal is the lead developer for SHIB, were announced as advisors. And this is really critical for the project and K9 as a DAO, because we have the implicit support of two of the largest figures behind the SHIB Army, and really opening the doors to allow our team to develop a product on Shibarium with the implicit support and direction, and make sure that we're building in a way that plugs into all of the future products that are going to be built on Shibarium, and so that our LSD can really be the ground layer infrastructure that's going to allow people to build on top of it, and for Shibarium to use it, just as though Ethereum's DeFi economy blew up when people started using and building on top of products like Lido, Curve, and Aave. And some of these discussions that we're having behind the scenes with our advisors, and there's other people in here who are advisors to the project who I do want to celebrate as well. But some of these discussions are around what else can be built on top of K9, and what other products are going to be built around K9. And it was also announced last week that I've been given a position within SHIB as the official development advocate. And this is a new position, and it's one that was granted through the SHIB team to really promote more builders to come to Shibarium and more builders to support SHIB. And I think some of the first things that we're going to be doing is, of course, delivering and shipping K9 product as an LSD, but also making sure to build really, really great documentation to transition more builders to come over. And I just saw that Shy just joined the space as well, so just want to give a shout out to him and make sure that he gets up in a speaker spot as well. And what this is going to allow is really having that conduit for builders from Ethereum. Like, we have deep ties to the founder of ETH Toronto and the Ethereum development community. And I've been asked so many times by friends, what's it like to build on Shibarium? And I'm just very ecstatic to be that voice and conduit to promote this to builders and start to encourage people to build other things on top of K9, like a lending product, a borrowing product, perpetual products. And I really think, and speaking with the SHIB team, that Shibarium can really be the home of the meme economy, and K9 being the home of DeFi for all the Shibarium network. And just with that, I want to welcome Shy. I saw that he got up into a speaker spot in the official SHIB account as well. So hello, Shy.
You don't honestly expect him to respond, right? Hundreds from Shy for the microphone check and SHIB account. If you guys are there, I know that typically you would not have much to say, but if you are there and live,
What if the time is now? What if we are the ones chosen to be? The realization of so many broken prayers and dreams. What if an ancient dog breed from a country full of honor could lead this physical plane to enlightenment and world peace? What if top 10 was within our grasp during the bear? Would you have believed? What if top 5 is within our grasp now? Or is that an impossibility? Surely the Ancient of Days can see and did not hide. The answers in the celestial guides, way back millennia BC. What if? Shib Army had a reason to reduce all FUD to chaff. What if you were on the battlefield as the sun slowed and gains grew ever so fast? What if? We are the front line. Would you make a stand? What if there weren't many timelines, only the one where we win? What would you do, friends? What if the time is now, not tomorrow, or the day after the sorrows, or Nineveh eclipses, prophetic and mystic, not the next year or the next generation, but today? I can still hear the dying screams of the fudders to this day. As we surpass others in our way and shake our heads at scammers who could truly do great things if greed didn't exist. But anyway, I can still hear the purrs of the shadow cats who came to the light. I can still hear the growls of the bear that we all had to fight, and I have the scars to prove it. It's not easy to tell the world, you aren't a meme, but a movement. So now we are ready to start moving. To complete the roadmap set by our sensei Ryoshi. I know he can hear, Sensei, we have pushed forward with no fear to complete. Shibaswap, Shibarium, Shi, and Shibacon not too far. With a balance for each token, bone, leash, treat, and obviously Shib, our North Star. We've found partners, designed charters, and laid out a foundation for a nation. Some found theoretical. We've done the impossible, and many of you have let the fudders win, but no more. Today, we continue our march to the Doge headquarters, bringing Shibarium to the forefront with the help of the K9 unit. You see, dear Freeze, in a war, you need many different factions so that you can attack them from all angles. K9 isn't just a token, it's a beacon for developers with a proven model, an obvious utility, and a team I can trust. I think, ha 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 ha, JK. But seriously, this is a chance. All of this is a chance for us to make a stand. Many will begin to realize that a decentralized world is a better world as we expand. And complete the vision of Ryoshi and myself, remember a few things. First, you're either a dog in armor with honor or a dog with hat. Choose wisely. And two, let's make this Shibarium place exactly what we said we were. Fun, fast, epic, and informational. Powerful and beneficial for everyone. Soon, we won't need them. AI is a great example of this. Yet, soon they won't need us. And what will we do then? The answer is up to you, friend. I'm just building the foundation. And from the point of completion forward, I'll sit back and laugh because no one saw a cute dog coming and only a remnant recognized who they were dealing with at last. Woof. Dedicated to Akira Toriyama music by Scott Buckley.
There you have it, ladies and gentlemen. Let it sink in. Let it resonate. What does that mean to you? To Shib? You've read the paper. You know what it means to be a Shibizen, right? Surely. You wouldn't be in this space if you didn't. But now you're here with K9. What does that mean now? We'll find out. Buzz, what are your thoughts?
That was incredible. I mean, as a builder, I just have goosebumps, and I hope that this is going to be recorded so that I can listen to that again. It's just I mean, such a vision for what Shib can be, and just more than just a meme coin. And I mean, I've heard Shy speak many times before in our discussions and planning, but that was very well written and very bullish for the future of the Shib economy. And I'm very happy that that K9 and our DAO can play such an important role in being that beacon, like Shai said, for more developers to come and build on Shibarium. And I love how he touched on the original vision in the original Ryoshi papers of how Shib was going to form and how the roadmap is really being followed like it was originally laid out, and how a financial economy on Shibarium was really part of that vision, and that this partnership with K9 has been formed to take that vision to light. And I just I'm overwhelmed. I got goosebumps. This is just incredible.
And I want to go to Russ next, because Russ has been here with Shib for a long time. And Russ is used to hearing this type of stuff. So Russ, what does that mean for you?
No, this is fantastic. I couldn't be happier about the dev team, and now adding Cal and SHYTOSHI is just, I mean, just starting with trying to get people, to wrap their head around SHIB and the dream and just the vision that SHYTOSHI had, which Neo and I saw from the start, was such a task. And now we have the backing of just an incredible team with Buzz and Meyer and SHYTOSHI and Cal. And I mean, everybody here. I mean, people need to really understand that this is the dream team of, what we've worked for, the pinnacle. And yet it's only started. We're just at the beginning. We are changing the world of cryptocurrency, which is changing the real world at the same time. And if you don't acknowledge this and understand it, then, you got to start because this is like unbelievable having K9, which is giving a completely different branch of what Shiba has done in the past and in currently, like bridging the traditional financial standards with enhanced liquidity staking derivatives, the earnings potential of combining blockchain, DAO, NFTs, crypto, all wrapped into one with K9 Finance is just unbelievable. And I'm so invested personally with financials, but also just, so passionate about this project. And, you can't feel shy about, pun intended, can't feel shy about, letting your family know, letting your friends know about what K9 Finance can become and what the Shiba ecosystem is going to become 5 years, 10 years from now. When Neo and I started the official Shiba page, we were like, maybe one of these years, we'll get to 10,000. But me and him seriously did think that we could get there within a few months. And I raffled off. I said, you know what? Once we get to 10,000 followers, we're going to give away 3 billion Shiba. And at that time, it was worth $53. And I got so fudded. Everyone called me so many names. Neo was like, dude, I don't know how you deal with this. By the time, about 4 weeks later, we hit 10,000 members on our Facebook group. And I had to give away $90,000 worth of my own money. And it was, karma, man. I'm not gonna go back on my word.
Neo.
We're gonna do it, and that's what I see that with K9 Finance.
So Neo,
people are like, "Oh, what am I gonna do?"
Neo, do you remember that story?
Absolutely, 100%. That's how it went down.
Neo's been there a long time too. What does that message from Shy mean to you as someone who's heard those before? What does this mean now?
I'd say I love the piece that he said about being a battlefield. I'm the guy out there forging the armies, the K9 unit on this one, and it really is a battlefield, and it is so much fun to learn and to show your power. I think the power of when people get together and they're all on the same page, it goes to show. And an example of that is already the K9 unit has 1 million social engagements. It's going to be something out of the history books, and we've done it in the past. So to me, it's that battlefield. I love being out in the battlefield, Telegram, out on all the socials, having a blast, and dreaming and building is what I love to do.
In the trenches, man, dealing with the chats. I like that. Lightspeed has spent a lot of time looking at the Shiba paper and all the different technicals and stuff. And from his perspective, Lightspeed, what does that message mean to you?
I resonated on the movement. That's what this whole group is about. We're gelling in a way that I haven't seen in a very long time. It's really reassuring to see that happen. And when all that stuff clicks together, you can make some magic happen. So that's what I see. Everyone is marching in the same direction. I like that direction that we got from Shy. That just helps us understand the vision and a direction that we can point to. And that's what I took from it, Shane.
Excellent. And then Archangel, you've been here and you heard the message. Did it resonate with you too?
Oh, absolutely. As a matter of fact, I'm going to have to go back and listen to it because it was so jam-packed with meat in there that I think I'm just gonna have to go back and listen to it a couple times just to capture everything that Chai was saying, not just in the crypto sphere, but life in general and just the holistic message that he was trying to give there. So yeah, that's pretty amazing, and it is an honor. I'm probably the youngest member as far as crypto experience up on this stage, so it's an honor to be a angel among giants in the cryptoverse up on the stage and just be a part of this making history. I do want to say to just so everybody out there understands how much work is being put in on the background of this thing. So, 6 months ago, or whatever, when these conversations started, it sounds like at East Toronto, the market didn't look great. I mean, it was recovering a little bit, but it didn't look great. And this is just a testament to building in the bear. And even those conversations wouldn't have been able to happen without Shitoshi and Cal and everybody else on the Shib team building in the bear and getting Shibarium launched for K9 to even be riding the rails on. So, this whole community is just absolutely amazing, and the resilience of the Shib community is amazing. So I just wanted to add that.
Consistency is key. That's
Exactly.
something, everything in life, sometimes it feels like it's a grind, but honestly, 1% every day, 1% better every day. Just keep doing it, keep showing up, put in the work. I'm not going to go into like the whole grind set cliche or anything, but Mario, I know you've had to do the grind set stuff. When you hear that message and you hear them talk about building in the bear and stuff like that, you've experienced the same thing. Like X Spaces wasn't always awesome, right? Building like that is hard. Not when it's a party, everybody shows up, right?
Yeah, man, I've been in crypto since 2017, at least our incubator. This is the first. I know K9 is not a meme coin, but a meme coin focused utility project that we invest in. So generally, when our VC invests, they're projects that we understand. We got lockups a year, 2, 5 years at sometimes. And I've made a lot of spaces on meme coins. The community loves to attack me because I've been critical, logically critical, and one thing I've always said in those shows, and many of you have seen them on Twitter and on YouTube, is unless there's a community is great, but if it's a community with nothing else around it, it kind of becomes like a pump and dump echo chamber. And I'm waiting for utility to start getting built in that ecosystem. And K9 was probably the first. It's probably the first project that I publicly back, that we invest in privately. And I think we've ever invested in that has anything to do with meme coins. So it's a pretty big gamble. I'm sure I'll get my fair share of slack from the crypto community, but outside the crypto community, we get a lot of people from Wall Street, from politics. I was in Washington 2 days ago with a senator and a congressman moderating a panel for Zero Hedge. those people, when they see these things on my profile, I'm sure I'm going to get a call from them saying, Mario, what the fuck is this? And I think it will take a while for people to understand just even what K9 is, despite this space, people outside of crypto. But I've finally made that bet. I think K9 is our first step into the ecosystem. So I'm excited. I put my trust behind the team. We've met the team. My team has had multiple calls with them. And here I am posting about them and helping moderate this space. So it should be exciting. And obviously, we've got some legends within the meme coin community ecosystem. And I've got Ape Terminal as well, one of the up-and-coming launch pads that's been killing it behind the scenes. And we're backing a few of their projects. And that was another vote of confidence early on. So speaking to Buzz, seeing Ape Terminal, and now seeing the names on this stage, I think we've made the right bet. So I'm feeling a bit more relaxed about the bet we've made, and pretty excited as well, seeing the performance and what they're building. So it should be a pretty cool journey to be part of.
It is funny. I've got somewhere buried on this phone a meme of what it's like to roll out the long list of things I've invested into my accountant at the end of the year, and the questions they're going to have about the names of some of these projects. And what you just described reminded me of that, except before Congress, my guy. That's a very different, could you please tell me about the following projects? And it's like that whole room full of people. Dude, just know that we're all going to be sitting in the gallery right there with you, because
I've had a CryptoPunk is considered like a Rolls Royce of crypto. Anyone that has a CryptoPunk in the crypto community, cool, this is great. That's a status symbol. I had to remove it from my account because I was attacked by a lot of politicians, not only US, and a lot of our panelists that would come on stage. That was 6 months ago. So that's for a punk. So yeah, look, it just tells you there's a big learning lesson. Now that's a disadvantage in some ways, but it's an opportunity as well. So as people understand, Bitcoin was the same thing. In the early days, it was a scam. As people understood it, now we get people from, no one attacked me for being in the ecosystem. And I think once people see the kind of have that differentiation between what a meme coin is and what a community and an ecosystem becomes, and how a meme coin could develop into something much bigger. And I genuinely mean this, and I've said this before. I think you'll find that community behind behind decentralized communities is just going to grow, where a community begins as an idea, as a story, and then ends up being a whole ecosystem. I think there's a lot more to it than meets the eye.
So this would be a question then, and I just let everyone throw up a hand because this is just more general. He made me want to ask this then of him and of everyone. What is it then, because they mentioned building in the bear, do you think that captured everyone's imagination about Canine? Like, why Canine? Why this launch? Why now? Why is it doing so well? And why are people like VCs that Mario's talking about, his own and others, why are they looking? And if anybody has an answer, like, is it just, you know, coming out of the market, everybody's looking for something to get into, new hot ETH token? Are they comparing it to something? Buzz has gone over and over the comparisons between what Lido managed to do. But when Lido first came out, Buzz, people didn't immediately accept what they were proposing, did they? Like, that wasn't immediately like, oh, this is genius. Like, this is going to be great. They didn't all accept that right away. So why has Canine got this groundswell of support? SHIB community, right? SHIB community, right? That's 100% what's going on. We've got people that understand. They want that bone volume locked up. They want that stuff switched over to Shibarium. They want to see that volume circulating on Shibarium. They want to see those projects over there benefit from that. We talked about previously that trickle down of liquidity that Shibarium would see from the locked bone and all of the benefit to everyone that's on that system. And then eventually, these are the magic words, by the way, you guys. And I've got the SHIB account here listening, so this is perfect. To burn SHIB. That's what everybody basically wants, right? So if the Shibarium volume goes nuts, if Canine puts all that volume over there and everything's churning, then you're going to get to see all of the things that are supposed to happen. The machine runs at full speed, and then all the parts work well, and it's well oiled and stuff like that. And every little part, like SHYTOSHI said, every little part in that, every little arm on this tree, every branch plays a role in that. And Canine's role is that liquidity. That's my view on that. I'm just a guy in the Canine. It's just me again. This is just me talking to Shane. But Buzz is right? That's right.
Yeah, I mean, 100%. I think that one of the reasons that people are accepting this with open arms is the great work of so many builders that have come in the past. So, top 5 token before, and Lido has $35 billion plus of value in its platform. So people, especially due to all the disasters that happened in the last bear in these what I like to call centralized DeFi companies collapsing, people understand that where real yield comes from now, and it's from liquid staking models and validation mechanisms. And they see that value can properly flow through these channels and reward people directly on chain. That's a tried, true, and tested model that can enhance DeFi activity on a chain. And I think people are very excited, and they see what it's done for chains like Avalanche or chains like Ethereum. And the excitement is really, what can this
into the blockchain again. Buzz, can you hear me? Because we're losing you. A complicated internet connection on that side. Oh, I got you back a little bit there at the end. In and out for Buzz today. I don't know if it's the internet connection or the device, but it's going in and out on me. When you were there, also Meyer came up for a speaker spot, but I don't see it on my spot. Maybe that's a visual bug. Meyer, can you hear me? It was there for a second. Mario, can you see him?
Yeah, Meyer is just coming up, so it's glitching for him. Meyer, you got to leave the space and join back again. We'll bring you up. So leave the space, come back and join. And I'm trying to bring Cal up as well. So just, I think the numbers are pretty, let me see how many listeners. Okay, there's a lot of listeners here. So I think just the number of listeners. Meyer, I'm going to try to bring you up one more time. If it doesn't work, you just got to jump off and join back. If you don't jump off, I'll kick you off and bring you back on into the space. And I'll sort out Cal for you as well, K9.
Appreciate that. I did put my main account, by the way, my personal account, in the space. That weird one over in the corner with the purple dot is just my personal account. That's not some weirdo just hanging out in the corner. I mean, I guess it is. That's me, but that's my personal account, just in case there was any confusion.
Which one's yours? The Crypto Pulse?
Pulse Digital, yeah, Crypto Pulse. That's me.
Oh, okay. Cool.
Weirdo. Yeah. When I did the approval for myself, I was like, Mario's going to refuse myself. He's going to be like, no, I don't know what that is, but it's not coming up here. Made me laugh. So if anybody else, we are, as we're going through this, we are just kind of commiserating, like we talked about, the way the launch went, the way everybody's experiences were. We've talked to a lot of people here, and I've got a few more questions for, in particular, Mr. Lightspeed. But if anybody else has got questions, concerns, comments, and stuff like that, I see some accounts in here who I would be willing to approve. Not that I'm trying to sound snotty or anything, but big day, big panel, not a lot of spots, so we'll have to rotate in and out as we go through. But if anybody had any questions, concerns, comments, or wanted to say hi, exactly, raising your hand first of all is the right step. I like that little etiquette in the spaces. I appreciate that, Archangel. But you got a request to speak, and then we'll do what we can to rotate through a couple of people if you've got questions. Go ahead, Archangel.
Yeah, sure. And I wanted to liken this, going back to your question about that glimmer that people are maybe seeing with canine finance. And I just want to equate it to some experience with real estate of building a house. When you first get that raw land, you learn that some people cannot see the vision for what the house is going to look like once it's fully built and finally there. But as you build that foundation, as you build the framing and the electrical and the plumbing and get all the walls up and everything, get that infrastructure in place, then more and more people can see the vision of where you're going, and they join you in that vision. And then once you get that house finally built, you'll have plenty of people that say, oh, I can hang art on the wall, but before they didn't know they had a wall to hang art on in the future. So it's kind of that same thing. As the infrastructure continues to get built out on Shibarium, more and more people will be able to see the vision that's being cast and join alongside us on that ride.
That's a very relatable example. I actually experienced that. I would say I'm one of those people that, like, I need half of the walls to be up before I get it. I did a commercial build out once, and as I was doing this with the architect and the designers and stuff, they're like, it's going to look great. And I'm like, yeah, I can't really see it. Like, I'm looking at the blueprints and stuff, but when it was finally going on, I could start seeing like where furniture would go, where equipment would go and stuff like that. It's like, oh, okay. It took me a minute, like you're saying. The idea would be that to get it earlier, is better to be the architect or be the designer to have that vision, right? But it does take a minute for people to catch on. I'll even admit it took a second for me to get it. I didn't know a hell of a lot about LSD before I hopped in here, so it's been new for me. Russ's hand up, and then I'm going to do some mic checks because Shibbender came up, and I want to say hi to him too. Go ahead, Russ.
Yeah, to wrap things up, SHYTOSHI's whole speech really was unity defined, and unity in our community is really what helped us shed that whole the stigma of being a shitcoin, and we were able to change people's minds that shitcoin doesn't mean shitty coin. And now we're starting to, because of canine finance giving us a different branch of Shiba and the whole ecosystem, we're going to be able to shed the meme coin stigma, and we're going to create our own division of what a successful and true, like roadmapped company is going to do that used to be a meme coin, but we're going to create a new division. There's going to be a word for us. And, Doge and Shiba are the only ones in my mind that have really successfully done that. And I see a couple Doge OGs in this chat right now. And I think that would be something in the future that Shiba would be hopefully willing to do, is cross-pollinate with Doge, join these communities so we can complete a just super chain of these meme coins that don't want to be labeled a shitty meme coin anymore, because we're doing so much functionality and our roadmaps are strong. And, why not just solidify and prove to people all the good we can do when we work as one. So yeah, that Shy speech was amazing. And thanks so much.
Russ, I appreciate you, and I appreciate your enthusiasm. If anybody is trying to do crypto over on the Facebook, Russ is your guy to connect with. If you don't know what he's doing, check out Russ on Facebook and his group that he runs over there. They've got a long history of supporting SHIB, the SHIB ecosystem, SHIB projects, and particular what we're doing here at Canine Finance. So we appreciate Russ, and the Russ We Trust community. I know as I scroll, I see some members that I recognize. So appreciate you, guy, and appreciate all that. Everybody link up on Facebook if you need it, because every social media matters. I'd also highlight things like stock twits. We've done a lot of work to get our presence up on stock twits, and we're going to work on that relationship. I've had an opportunity to speak with them on spaces before. Make sure you're active, not just on Telegram, but in the groups where people already know about things, but also in groups where maybe people don't know, or on X, in ways where you don't get banned, because man, the algorithm is hard. So be careful out there when you're posting about your projects on X and stuff, because it's a landmine out there. There's landmines out there. And then I see a couple of people. I see Zach Humphreys and some people in here that I know do YouTube videos. Special shout out to the content creators in the room. I see actually people too that do graphics that I recognize. There are people in this room that do things that might not be things like speaking. I know I'm up here, you know, doing the speaky thing. But there are people that make graphics, make videos, do video content, and they need to be highlighted as well. These people don't come up and speak in the spaces. They often can't or won't. So every time you see a graphic, just remember there's usually somebody behind that. It's not always just AI generation stuff. So shout out to everybody in the community, because I can scroll. I see a lot of familiar faces actually, because I'm limited on my scroll. I don't know if you guys host enough spaces, but I can literally see only a fraction of you that are in here. So, but the familiar faces that I do see from different projects all over Shibarium and all over the ecosystem, I appreciate the parts that you play. I see some NFT projects in here that do meme wars. I think meme wars are awesome. That's something that classic Shiba Inu participated in meme wars all the time, and I support all the work that they do. I see some other brands in here that have tokens. Sharby is here. I see brands. Let me see and see who's on the top. I'm gonna get in trouble because I can't name everybody right. Familiar faces like Sand. I see CoinMerge was in here. I think they approved. Let me get you approved. CoinMerge is in here. Just familiar faces, you guys. If you want a spot, feel free to raise a hand. We're still rolling here. I didn't have a hard cap on the time today. CoinMerge microphone check. How are you?
Hey, we're doing great. Thanks for tossing us the mic here.
No, they haven't gone up yet. It's glitching for them.
Testing.
I got you there,
Can you hear me?
CoinMerge. I can hear you.
Oh, sorry. I'm glitching. Yeah, my bad. I'm glitching. Sorry.
Yeah, you want to roll back, Archangel? We'll get you back. Go ahead, CoinMerge. I got you loud and clear.
Hey guys, first of all, thanks for pulling us up here on this space. We started backing Shibarium like fully and entirely and Shiba Inu official about a year ago, and we just couldn't be more bullish. It was awesome to hear SHYTOSHI speak with that amazing, empowering speech. You know, we're not a meme coin. We are a company, and we think that registered businesses that are completely unrelated can build upon Shiba Inu and everything that they're doing. They're a powerhouse in utility, and again, it's an honor to just kind of throw some kind words up here with amazing hosts Mario, Neo, and Russ. We trust Lightspeed and everyone. So thanks again for just letting us say our bullish piece.
I appreciate you guys sliding through, bringing the community up and hanging out. As we cycle Chewy Swap, I see your request. I'll get some more people up because I see requests pending, and I am getting the notification that we are out of spots, which is totally fine. Meyer, did this really work this time? Are you in a speaker spot and we can hear each other?
I don't know. Can you hear my voice?
Whoa, X is finally graced us. What's up, man?
Thank you so much for having me. I just didn't mean to intervene. I just wanted to say a few words as one of the earliest advisors on the project. You know, I've been in the space for a really long time. I've seen communities like Ethereum grow. And what it was super interesting to me was how this community comes together and backs a project where they deem worthy. And it's an honor to be an advisor here. There's lots of great connections to the broader ecosystem and the blockchain world with me. I've never been more excited about any project that I advised. And I'm really looking forward to seeing where this whole thing grows. I think when bringing on partners like Mario and some other great partners that we have, I think people are seeing the movement, the meme coin movement, and I really want K9, especially led by Buzz, to be on the forefront of that movement to bring DeFi to the whole world. I can't believe that a few short months ago we discussed this, and today we're here with 3,500 people on the spaces, and with the support of the whole community. I really think that this is a game changer than more than I've ever seen. So I'll throw it back to you, Shane. I know we want to get Buzz on here to say a few more words about K9 for all the listeners who are new. And I want to just give a shout out to SHYTOSHI. Thank you for your guidance and support, and always leading this community to brighter pastures. Thank you so much.
I did get Buzz back up here in a speaker spot. I also approved Chewy Swap. We cycled out and got two people up here. Buzz, is your microphone good this time? Welcome back.
Hey, thanks for having me back. Yeah, it's been a battle. I'm on the battle lines right now with X Spaces, but definitely echo everything that Meyer said there. And thank you to SHYTOSHI again for his guidance of the project. I mean, everything really comes back to boots on the ground for this project, and really being at ETH Toronto, the right place at the right time, and having our team be connected to the SHIB team, and and explain to them ideas for what we could be building on Shibarium, and that connection being made. And so happy to just see it all coming to fruition now. A lot of hard work during the bear, but a lot of work ahead of us. And the community that we have here and all the listeners here, I think this is poised to have a very, very successful launch of a true utility product for SHIB.
Absolutely. Meyer was right on that. Chewy Swap, does your microphone work? I appreciate you swinging through.
Hey, thanks for having me. Yeah, I've been getting a lot of requests lately to see if we're going to support K9 if you guys are on Shibarium, and 100%. It's a huge for people to be able to delegate their bone on mainnet and then take that bone and also earn yield with it on Shibarium. So that's pretty huge to have your bone go further using this utility.
Right. That almost like the graphics and memes make themselves, right? Like your picture the kid throwing the bone. Your bone goes further with K9 Finance. You just made it so easy. Appreciate you coming through. Appreciate you bringing the community through. And I do see other people that have rolled through, and I've seen some requests come and go as we were hosting here. So we've been here coming up on an hour now, you guys, and we're taking this victory lap today. I'll do a little quick reset to celebrate the token launch, right? Tokens live, tokens trading. We had a TGE on Thursday and everything went live. Everything is trading all well and good. Liquidity is high and going up still. 548,000 right now. And we're just having a party today. So if you want to come up, if you want to say hello, say hi to everybody, had an experience you wanted to talk about, and I can get you up here. We'll get you up here. I am limited on spots, however, before we keep going. Coin Merge, go ahead.
Hey, yeah, I'll hop off here in a second so that you guys can get more speakers up here on the panel, but super bullish on K9. Man, I just can't tell you how amazing that utility is and how much value that's going to bring to Shibarium, which is a chain that I think we're going to start seeing a lot more real businesses, a lot more engineers, a lot more developers, and a lot more investors on really, really soon. Super bullish on Bone and K9 and what those two synergistically are going to do together. So I'll hop off here. Thanks again for the mic spot.
100%. Appreciate you. Appreciate your enthusiasm too, man. TVL, right? Those are the three letters. TVL. I'm going to cycle you down. I'll get Bender up here. I tried to approve him earlier and he was not able to get up. We'll say hi to him, see what's up. You guys, we got 319 comments in the bottom. That's a huge improvement from the 2 I started with. I appreciate that. If you guys are all commenting along down there, comments, questions, concerns, you can add them down there as you go. We'll have people looking up and down through that as we go. Bender, did you get that request approved? Did it work?
Yes, sir. Can y'all hear me?
Yeah, man. What's up? Thanks for coming by.
Hey, first off, saying Crypto Pulse 9, you're doing a great job along with Mario co-hosting here. Big shouts out to my guy Buzz, everybody on the panel, the entire Shib Army, Shibarium Nation. Appreciate y'all 1,000,000%. I was also told, I shared it down here in the comments here too. We're trying to get this bone listed here for Binance. So I'm in the U.S. I can't vote, but for those outside the U.S. here, please check that out too as well. But yeah, I just wanted to come up here and just say glad to be here for this historic moment. Still shaking from SHYTOSHI's speech, and yeah, this is just a beautiful thing here, man. So again, I don't want to take up a lot of time. I'll drop back down, but I just wanted to say appreciate y'all 1,000,000%, and just much love to everybody. Thank you.
Appreciate you, Bender. Appreciate the support. Good looking out on the bone vote. And it's funny about U.S. Not being able to participate, but yeah, that's people click over there and suddenly find out that's not even an option. That's always a bummer, but good looking out on that. And anybody else that wants to speak, I know I keep saying limited spots, but you're more than welcome to slide through. We've got a little bit of time left, trying to be respectful of everybody's time today. I know it's the weekend. We're here for a party. You might have an after party. Has anybody got an after party going? Buzz, is there an after party? Oh man, I didn't set up an after party. Shoot, or I wasn't invited. Oh no, that means I wasn't invited, you guys. Shoot, I just did the math, Mario. It's not good. That's not good at all. I'm not going to the after party.
What?
No, nothing, man. I'm just playing.
Yeah,
here.
I'm sitting there freaking out about all the glitches. I thought when he said not invited, I'm like, shit. What do you mean host not invited? The host? I'm trying to figure out what glitch is that about. No. The after party, though, he could. I'm not invited either. Don't be
the spaces after the spaces, right? With the secret password. Shit, I didn't get invited either. I bet that's Neo's party. That sounds like Neo's thing. Neo's
you got to get it. I think to get invited. No, I forgot. to get invited, just for the audience, to get invited, you gotta retweet the space and then comment your handle, and then you get invited to the secret after party space with a secret passcode.
Very speakeasy, very, very secret. Mario, when's the next time you're doing a Spaces? Since we're up here talking about Spaces,
We're doing a space in 5 minutes. Not me personally. My team is so we have a sports account as well. We do football spaces. There's one in 5 minutes. There's another one on Biden. He's doing an interview in a few hours, and there's one tomorrow on the TikTok ban. Tell you, man, we're doing. We also I'm not sure if everyone knows, like, just to kind of give you an idea of the amount of how dedicated I am behind K9. Like, I've gone all in on this shit. So this is one space. I think we're doing another for them, another couple, and we're also getting them on the Crypto Town Hall, the show that I do with Ran and Scott, Crypto Banter, and Scott Melker, Wolf of Wall Street. Also, Scott, who's a really good friend, we did a deal. We are partners now on his YouTube channel and podcast, which is one of the biggest in crypto. All this is, hold on, Buzz, I can share this or no?
I don't mind.
Yeah.
Buzz, is it private?
Cool.
Yeah, I see a thumbs up, but just say yes. I need to hear a yes, Buzz, or a message in the back channels before I continue sharing.
Yeah, I'll message you on Telegram because I didn't quite hear what you said, just because I'm getting rugged.
All good. Let me confirm on Telegram, K9, and then I'll share what we're doing.
Yeah, no worries. For those of you that I'm going to pretend for just a second, because this is one of my Spaces rules. I'm going to pretend for a second that people don't know who Mario Newfall is, because pretending helps people who might actually not know. You never know, right? Mario's been hosting Spaces a really long time and has done everything from crypto to politics to presidential candidates to some pretty cool breaking news and stuff like that. And he's a part of, please correct me if I'm wrong, Mario, it's IBC, right, that does the main broadcasting. So when you talk about the sports broadcasting, and he's talking about his team, you guys, Mario built an entire team off the back of X Spaces, and they've got people everywhere. And I'm being silly here, but Mario and I are already in a chat where we've talked about Spaces before. They've got fingers everywhere, and if you're not following them, they're basically like the TV show of X, right? Like Elon's at these things. Mario, are you ready for video Spaces? Right? Like, you guys are gearing up for that, right?
We started. Yeah, we started. So one thing that's working really well on Twitter now is, and I got the okay from Buzz, so I'll share what we're doing. Thanks for saving me, K9. But what we're doing now is we're starting a video show. So I flew into Washington with the senator and congressman to do our first one, partnership with Zero Hedge. And the numbers were a lot higher than I expected on video shows as well. So we're going to kick that off. And we're expanding to YouTube. So obviously I have a whole business behind the scenes. So we incubate projects. We've been incubating projects and investing since 2017. And the show wasn't meant to be like as big as it is now. And we still don't make money on the politics and all that. But yeah, so we're doing YouTube. So what I was saying on the, so I appreciate the intro, K9, and what we're doing with K9, the project, is we're obviously doing I'm helping out with this one. We're doing another couple of spaces. I've tweeted about them publicly. I'm expecting to get roasted by the non-crypto peeps. Getting them on Crypto Town Hall with Ryan and Scott, the main show that we do every day, and then also getting them on Scott's show. So Scott's got one of the most respected crypto shows on YouTube, the Wolf of Wall Street, which we're 50-50 partners in now, and it's one of the biggest podcasts as well. So we're going to get K9 on there. So going all in on this, Buzz. I've got a lot of trust in you and the team, man, and I think it's paying off so far.
Buzz, are you down there? I'm also hearing this for the first time, and as the person who feels like that might be something that I'm participating in, that's exciting news. Is that? I'm going to have to also send messages when the Spaces is working, because that sounds like things that I might have to be speaking or participating in. That's cool stuff, Mario. I didn't realize that you guys were going to YouTube. I knew the video Spaces were a thing, but Android doesn't have access to, like, again, Android's left out in the cold by X all the time, doesn't have access to any of those features and stuff like that. But you guys are rolling out video Spaces. Rest assured, that will be something that really differentiates Spaces hosts. And as a token host myself at K9 Finance, I will be capable of doing video Spaces. I'm not shy about being on video. It's just that X is as an audio format. Trust me, I look worse than I sound, but I will host video Spaces if that helps.
So I've got another surprise I didn't expect to come up. So I just see one of our biggest investors that just requested to speak. So he's a private equity guy. Let's see if it works. So he's a private equity. He has, so it's a good story, and I think it's going to be really interesting to have him on board. So he's a private equity guy, Buzz. He's invested a lot of money in CJN, which is the holding company that owns IBC. So he's big in politics, new to crypto, has been around for a year. Wahid, I don't know why you're requesting in this space, but what do you have to say? You're using one of your project accounts.
Yeah,
So Faith Tribe is one of your project accounts.
Right. Well,
One of your companies.
I'm not talking about Faith Tribe at all. No, congrats. Interesting space. No, I got triggered and prompted when you were talking a little bit about our other things that we're doing. But just to put things in perspective for everyone here, you guys are disrupting. You're disrupting not just the whole meme space, but using the popularity of memes to further engage communities, so you can further build utility, etc. We're doing the same thing with decentralized media. Now, what does that mean? Very simple. Centralized media is losing. A lot of people are losing complete faith in the CNNs of the world, MSNBCs, even Foxes and others. And we are really at that pivot. So in terms of ratings, just so you know, we're doing 4.5 times CNN primetime ratings daily, and we're not even 24 hours yet. Soon we will be building 24-hour newscasting, covering everything from finance, politics. Yeah.
And now we're backing K9 Finance. We're batting DeFi on meme coins. It's our first one yet.
Right.
So it's a big bet we're making, man.
But the point I'm trying to make is 4.5 times CNN primetime ratings, 25 million listeners a week, billions of impressions a month. So that's what we're all about, disrupting media. People have no faith in centralized media. They want decentralized media. Now, decentralized media means you, the audience, citizen journalists, are the source of the news. And a lot of people say, well, how can citizens share news through a decentralized format like Spaces, et cetera, when we cover wars and politics and coups and meme launches and Binance launch pool IDOs. When we do all that, it's the audience that sort of cross references and we get to the truth very, very quickly. So it's very, very exciting, and I just wanted to share that.
No, I appreciate it. And now we're focusing all that reach that we're focusing, and appreciate Wahid being an investor, but all that reach that we have is going behind K9 and what you guys are doing. So happy to play a part in this, and congrats on what you've built, Buzz, and the ecosystem that you built, and this pretty incredible space. So glad to be part of it. So I think I've made the right bet into the meme community. So let's see what happens next.
Bullish, confident Mario speech. I like that. That's very, very cool. And when it's funny, you call it a meme, right? But I wonder if did people call Lido a meme? I'd have to go back in time because I wasn't around for that. I wonder what they called it. Lightspeed, are you back up here? Is your microphone working?
Yeah, and people shouldn't be afraid of that word meme. Tony the Tiger is a meme. Meme is culture. Lucky the Leprechaun is a meme of a cereal. So don't worry about it. It's what everyone identifies about. So keep going, keep building.
Lightspeed and I have had that conversation with so many people so many times. It's the symbol for your brand. Sometimes it's used in a derogatory way to talk down on projects, but sometimes it's just a symbol, right? Go ahead, Russ. I see your hand up.
Yeah, I think that what we need is to hold a poll and vote on what we should name the new category of meme coins for Shiba and Doge, and be extremely exclusive about who we let into this little realm of ours. But I think it'd be cool to see what creativity we come up with for a subset of memes, like the ones that are just business driven, and we're not here just to be an image. We're here to be Tony the Tiger. We're here to be a multi-billion-dollar company, because when you combine all the products of Shiba, we're, rough estimate, $50 billion company. That when I got started, we were a $500 company. This is expansive. This is what me being from America. This is the American dream. This is innovation and not stifling it like they're trying to do with us. And even in this whole element where everybody's against us, we are just persevering, and we need a name for what we are. That'd be cool to have a poll and actually, see what we can come up with.
You sparked a thought for me, and I wonder how many people in here will resonate with this, but I think what we're looking for is just that Shiba Inu Shib is a brand And I'm going to give you an example of what I mean by that. I mean, we know it's a brand, but what do I mean? I'm going to tell you about the Pudgy Penguins recently, right? And they went from being an NFT to a brand in a way that people can now go worldwide and buy those things in a store. They don't have to know about the NFTs. It's just a brand. It'll be merch. It'll be toys. Shiba Cows is working on stuff like this. You know, how do we touch Web 2 and Web 3? I think that if we could be that brand instead of a meme, because there is an intersection between those things, but brand reaches out. Brand is something you can go and buy a Shiba Inu plushie at the store, Shiba Inu, toys that are on the shelves and stuff like that. That's where it's going. That's where it's headed for me. Because meme, like Lightspeed said, meme is not an offensive term, but it definitely does carry weight depending on who you're talking to. Russ had his hand first, and then I'll go to you, Buzz.
Yeah, real quick. Well, you just said was what I was going to say. As a investor into the Shibicles company, that's exactly what we're trying to do. Not going to get ahead of myself, but spoiler alert: if you're on this call, you're clearly a follower. You guys are a member, and you are a true believer. Shibicles, expect them to have a coin sometime in the future. Okay, not going to give dates. We don't know anything, but that project right there, that's exactly what you just said. Let's bring it live. Let's monetize this economy of NFTs. And further foremost, I mean, Tony, the CEO of Shibicles, is a genius. And hey, watch out for what they're going to do. It's unbelievable.
Go ahead, Buzz.
Can you guys hear me?
Yes.
Hello? Okay, awesome. No, I just wanted to touch on what was said regarding this new, by Russ, like this new paradigm for meme coins. And I think the important thing here to recognize for K9 is that it's architecture, and it's a real product and a decentralized product. It's going to have long-standing value for the meme economy to really build on top of and build sophisticated DeFi products on top of. So when we're talking categories and how K9 fits in, it's just, I get so excited about like these rails, these DeFi rails that K9 is going to be able to bring to Shib and Shibarium, and how much activity can be built on top of it. And I see that being a platform and a beacon, as Shai said, and this conduit for so much new development activity that can happen in this ecosystem, and just really excited right now and bullish on the future in this community.
I agree 100%. Anybody else want to raise a hand? Anybody got a comment on that? Meyer, anybody?
Yeah, I will say, running around with you guys, this is definitely an all-star team, and when I think about this team, I think about the movie Inception. You got the architect, you got ideas, you got dreams, you got builders. When I look at this team, that's what's here. You have people that are willing to build, people that are willing to dream. You have the architect who's Buzz. You have all the right things in the right places to make it happen. So super proud of everybody here, including you, Shane, being the host. I mean, man, you got a squad here.
Appreciate you, man. Appreciate you carving out the time. Like I said, everybody coming up here could have been anywhere doing anything, and Neo and everybody else being here to just reinforce how well this has gone. It's cool. I mean, everybody else has got stuff to do, and being here today to just talk about and commiserate this as a group, as a DAO, right? Not just a group. I assume most of us here are token holders, right? I want to go to Lightspeed because we got his microphone back. Lightspeed, tell me about what you are up to. Before I head out of here, I want to give everybody something to think about as we go, because we do have another Spaces on Thursday. We do our weekly Spaces. I believe it is the return of the weekly Spaces on Thursday. So between here and Thursday, the weekly DAO update on X, what are you doing? What's your schedule look like?
Shane, Buzz is probably the only person I know who's been able to keep up with me. So that's big kudos. We've been able to move forward very quick. We're listed on just about anything I can find, and I have chat rooms open with dozens of exchanges people. So do me a favor. This is your call to action. Get that volume going. More volume means cheaper exchanges. And frankly, I want them jealous. I want them to just list this for free. I want them to buy up the liquidity and just get to trading. So that's your call to action. While I'm busy negotiating, you guys can do that part. I was given a week's head start on everything. We're on CoinGecko, CoinMarketCap. You'll start seeing circulation supply verifications very soon. And away we go with top high ranking numbers. Try to get ourselves all the way up to a top 100 project or even better. So I'm happy to be on board, and I'll flip it back over to you. Appreciate it, Shane.
Absolutely. So I have a plan, like I always do when we go to Into Spaces. I run through all the speakers that remain, generally speaking, and just ask for final thoughts and calls to action. It's something that I like to do at the end. And we're going to go ahead and kick it off, send everybody off to do the rest of their Saturday. So I'm going to go in the order that I can see everybody on my screen from left to right. And a couple of people already dropped out. Buzz is having major connection problems. I don't want to speak entirely for Buzz, but I would extend from Buzz to everyone listening an enormous amount of gratitude for not just the support of the Canine product, but also just for the gentility with which you have treated him and also the moderator and admin staff on Telegram and all these different locations and stuff like that. I'm sure some of you have been in groups and places where it wasn't like this. So I do feel comfortable at least saying from his perspective, thank you for all of that from the admin team to the people that are, listening in the spaces, to the people that are in the groups. We've talked about how each and every one of you has to eventually be able to explain LSD and why we're there and what bone staking is and how validators work, because the new people that come in the group need help from people like us, right? I'm just a guy running the X account. It can't just be Buzz. It ain't Papa Buzz all the time. So, Buzz came in. Closing words for Buzz. I'm up here like running my mouth as if I was you. Do you want to do a closing thought for everybody?
Yeah, I'll do it quickly in case I get rugged again. But yeah, really appreciate everybody for coming. Mario and the SHIB account, of course, SHYTOSHI for that incredibly powerful speech, and similar to our last spaces, like I just want to touch on just how safe this entire launch and the entire sale went. Like, I don't think any people at all got scammed. So just a pat on the back to our moderator team and our admins. Everyone deserves a huge round of applause. The community deserves a huge round of applause for the Shib Army really uniting and getting us trending everywhere. And just continue to be kind in the community. We're going to keep building. I'm sure that some teasers about exchanges and things like that were tossed around in here when I was gone and was having some technical difficulties. But the future is bright, and it's going to get back to building, because building is what we do best.
I promised Buzz that after this weekend, we would put him away and leave him to code and let him spend less time on the microphone and more time on the keyboard. So between now and Thursday, you guys just give the man a break. Would be one thing I would say. Buzz, I appreciate you coming through. I'm sorry you had all the difficulties. It's very frustrating as a Spaces guest, particularly when you are at a Spaces of this magnitude for Buzz, to continually get rugged, man. You did your best fight against the algorithm as you could. Lightspeed, you're next, going left to right for me. Thoughts before we go and calls to action?
Yeah, right now I'm working on hardware wallets. I'm going to try to get support on as many hardware wallets as possible so you can secure your crypto. Tangem, Ledger, Trezor, SafePal, you name it. So please, if you don't have a hardware wallet, get one. Listings involves all that stuff, including making things as safe as possible for the holders. So I'll be working on that this week. I'll let you know when that support comes in. And again, we'll be negotiating hard for listings. We want a good deal. We don't want to get ripped off. We want this to be very good for the project. And all we need is volume, volume, volume. So that's the call to action, and let's get going.
This week, more than almost any, you guys see why he has the name that he has. I don't know how many times you've ever been in a project where it was already on CoinMarketCap before it launched. I made jokes that I've been in projects where the roadmap was ending with eventually we'll get listed on CoinMarketCap. So some of you might have even seen he posted up on X that he actually went to Plaid this week. So we might see a name change, or at least maybe I'll get him a new background for his profile picture if I feel like it. Appreciate you, Lightspeed. Everything you do, it's incredible. I appreciate that. Russ, you're on my list as I go. You're leaving on a jet plane. What would you say to the folks before you go?
It's perfect timing. I actually just sat down in my seat, 16F. So, yeah, honestly, guys, a couple things real quick. Let the whales poach themselves right now. Sooner than they thought, we're going to be whales floating on their tears because they're going to be so pissed off that they actually sold this early. Okay. And with this team, take nothing for granted that you have the best dream team in the world working for you. So I can promise you one thing, a lot of good will come from K9. You will never see a team work harder than you will see with Team Shiba and K9 Finance. And anything we've ever done, this could be the biggest thing that Shiba has ever acquired. So take it or leave it. But if I were you, I'd take it. I'd listen to this team. You guys are great. Thank you so much for having me.
Thanks a lot, Russ. Checking in from the airport, literally sitting on an airplane. You guys dedicated to being on those calls, living that jet-setting lifestyle to get it done. Very cool. Neo, you're on the list as I go next. What would you say to the folks before we go for next week?
Yeah, as we build, I would say it's time to join the army. The K9 unit is growing. It's growing fast. You know, whether you have one follower or 100,000 followers, you can definitely be a part of it. You know, whether you got boots on the ground like Russ out there putting SHIB stickers on presidential candidates and getting pictures. You know, whatever you can do to help the cause. These things grow. They start small, but they can grow very extremely large. So I'm all about it, and I'm ready to go. Thank you, guys.
Appreciate you, Neo. Appreciate you doing what you can to put the unit together. Sign up today. This is a picture. Imagine Neo on the Uncle Sam. The unit needs you now. Now that I put that into the universe, well, I'm sure we'll get some versions of that set up for you. The recruiting posters for the K9 unit. Mario in the co-host spot, man. I appreciate you swinging through. It's fine. It's fun to finally get a chance to have a chat with you on Spaces and stuff. What would you say to everybody who's hearing that you're here for the first time, and between now and next Thursday Spaces, calls to action for everybody?
We made a bet on the Lido for obviously the SHIB community, the Lido of a meme community. And as one of the speakers said earlier, I think not all memes are equal. And another speaker said, you shouldn't be ashamed of the word meme. And I'm speaking from someone outside the meme community, just to be clear. I think what projects like K9 are doing is just kind of showing the other side of it, the utility side of it, and the value of having a community that cares about the brand and the ecosystem. So really glad to be part of the journey with Buzz and his team. And also want to give a shout out to Buzz. He played a key part in us, having the confidence of put our name and our money behind the project. So glad to be behind you guys, and all the best.
I appreciate the support, Mario, and I look forward to going forward. We probably get a chance to link up on some spaces and stuff, and I'll keep that in mind, that when we're scheduling stuff, I'll keep invites in your box, and when we can link up, we'll link up, man. I did get word while we were talking about this that it's one of those manifestation things. Turns out there is an after party for the spaces, everybody. It's in the K9 Telegram. They've been convinced after all of this hype that the show doesn't stop here. You can follow over to the K9 Finance Telegram and join in the after party with Buzz and everybody from here, and a lot of people that were also not in the speaker spot. It'll be more fun for you over there, more chaos. You can talk about the charts. You can talk about trading. You can jump in there. There were a lot of people that requested spots, by the way, that I didn't get to approve. I'm sorry for that. Sharby and everyone else that put their hands up. It's just a tough space today. Had thousands of people come in and out. So I want to say that I appreciate that. In closing, I do a few things. Normally, what I say is, remember, I'm K9 Finance today, but I'm actually just Crypto Pulse 9. Like, I'm just a community member. My actual account is down there in a speaker spot with that little purple dot. If you like X Spaces, if you like this one, if you like my style, if you like general spaces, follow that regular account. I do spaces all the time, not just for K9. It's fun. We'll link up. And if you like K9 Finance Spaces, obviously you got to follow this account. We do at least one a week, which is the regular Thursday show. We need to get together for that. That's our weekly DAO update, and we'll probably be doing a lot more as we pick up more brands and more partners, because things are going in our direction. Everything's headed in the right direction for K9. So we will be more active on social media if you can meet us here. So in closing, not just me, but everybody, congratulations. Congratulations. We made it. We're here. It's the Saturday party. Going forward, it's put that head back down. Like Buzz said, it's time to get back to work. We celebrate, we commiserate, we acknowledge that we've made a goal of sorts, but it's time to set another bar. Lightspeed would never let my foot off the gas. So congratulations, but what are you going to do lately? What are we going to do next? So stay tuned. My name is Shane. I'm Pulse Digital in the K9 Finance account. This has been another K9 Finance X Spaces live on X with K9 Finance and all of our guests. I appreciate everybody that took the time to be here. Follow the account. We'll see you next Thursday. Have a great day, everybody.